Hey Joe and John, how you guys doing? This is Ashley. I reached out and spoke to Justin, and this is a video that I was telling him about. So basically, to kind of fill you guys in a little bit, what I plan on doing in this video is going over your current website and breaking it all down for you, showing you what you guys are doing that Google likes, and showing you guys what you guys could do to improve for Google to rank you even better. I'm going to show you the back end side of your website and show you how much business each and every month you guys get from this site here of yours. And then I'm going to compare it to your guys' direct competition in the area and show you how much business they're bringing in each and every month. And what that does is that not only shows us, but that shows you guys how much more business you guys could be getting on top of what you guys already get. Again, and that's each and every month just off from one of your competitors. Now, to start, or I guess I should say before I start, I just wanted to point out and say that the site that you guys currently have is actually a pretty good website. The picture, that you guys have right from the get-go of the site is actually really good for building trust, especially having, all the team members with the owners in it. So you guys are definitely on the right track. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate, and being able to cater to different types of people that are coming to your site. So what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your site, what we find is they do not want to have to read throughout all the content, scroll. I know I wouldn't. So what we like to have in all of our websites is right at the beginning of the sites, we like to have in what we call our header, how you guys currently have, all your services in a drop-down menu in all the different areas you're willing to travel to in drop-down menus. And like I said earlier, the reason for that is because it makes your site that much more user-friendly. If somebody comes to your site and they have to go through all of your pages just to figure out, if you offer a service that they're looking for, or if you even come to the area that they're in, what they're going to do? They're going to go right back to Google and go to the next guy who does have this information listed right from the start. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is different ways for people to get a hold of you for whatever reason. So basically, when some people come to the site, some people are looking to click on a phone number, talk on the phone, and that's it. While other people, they might be at work still. They might just not want to talk on the phone. Whatever the reason may be, we need to make sure that we have multiple options for people to get a hold of you for the services you're offering. So what we find in high-ranking websites is they tend to have a click-to-call phone number right from the start of the site, which I see you guys do for each of your branches, which is great. And the next thing is they tend to have form submission options right from the start of the site, again, so they don't have to, the customer don't have to scroll to find it just to reach out to them. And also what we find is the form submission option and the click-to-call phone numbers are both great for client conversion. So I would also recommend for you guys to implement a form submission somewhere up in here on your guys' homepage to definitely help you guys out. Now, the next thing that we find is Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of keyword-rich authoritative content on a homepage. And the reason for this is, one, Google can only read, so the more content, the better. But two, Google wants the person in the first spot of Google to be the person who's going to answer all their questions. So looking at the content that you guys currently have on your website, you guys definitely have some, which is a start. But what I would recommend and what I would do if I were in your guys' shoes is I would definitely get more content on this homepage here of yours. And like I said, you don't want just any old written content. You want professionally written, keyword-rich, authoritative content. So what that means is basically, say we were to start working together. What we would do is we'd go do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, we'd find the keywords that we know are going to bring you guys and your company more business. We take those keywords, send them out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they're writing about you and your business. And those keywords, I'll show you them here in a little bit, but they are so very important because they are what people are typing in Google to find you and your services. So if you don't have those keywords, nobody is going to know that you exist. Now, if your competition has, let's say, 1,700 words of content, they have more content than you guys, so they're now outranking you. Now, speaking of your competition, I did a general search in the area, and these guys from the organic section are one of your competitors, and I'm going to show you guys how to beat them. Now, if we take a look at their site, they also have a pretty good site. They have, their services in a drop-down menu. They have their form submission option. They have their click-to-call phone number. And then they have more content than you guys. That's one of the reasons they're currently outranking you. But again, they do not have enough to be considered an authority. So that's great for us because once we go and we do what we need to do, or you guys do what you need to do as far as your content goes on your site, you'll be beating these guys out. And that's nothing you guys have to worry about. So coming over here, I want to break down Google for you based on this search that I did. So basically, Google is broken down into 3 different sections. The first section, as you can see, is the Google Guaranteed section. This area, if you're not familiar with it, basically Google will guarantee the job up to a certain percentage in terms of money. The conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's good for you guys because, as I'm sure you guys are well aware, most of the time when somebody's calling you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase rather than just filling out a form submission option like I was talking about earlier. Now, this next section here is the Google My Business section. And in order to get ranked in this area, it takes a few different things. One of those being citations, which is your name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories. There's having geotagged pictures. There's getting reviews, posting on your GMB listing weekly. There's a lot that goes into this area, but this section is a very important section to be in. And as we look who is in currently the top 3, we do not see your guys's GMB listing, which is an issue because you're missing out on all the business that comes to this area and this area alone. Because just like with your website, how I said, some people call to message you, some people come on your site to call you. Same thing with Google. Some people come and they strictly go to Google Guaranteed. Other people come here, and other people, so on and so forth. So if we have you in all these spots, we're covering all of our bases. So in order to get you in this area here, what we'd have to do, and what if personally we would do, is we'd go and find out all the different citations that these guys have themselves listed in, go list you in all of those on top of 200 to 300 more, because whatever your guys' competitors had to do, you're going to have to do the same exact thing and then some, because you obviously want to beat them. Now, this last section of Google that I'm going to go over, it directly deals with your website, and in order to get ranked in this area, it requires having the most relevant backlinks. Now, again, as I scroll through on this first page of Google, we do not see your guys' site. Your guys' site I actually found, I believe it was on the 2nd or 3rd page of Google. It's not the first page, so that's a problem because you're not maximizing your traffic to its fullest potential. So in order to get you in this, or on this first page, I should say, we need to beat out your competition in every aspect possible. So what we do is we come to a paid resource I pay monthly for, and we're currently looking at your guys' stats. Now, your UR is how trustworthy or legit Google looks at your site. This number goes all the way up to a 100. Your guys' is a 1.4, which tells me Google does not look at your site as very trustworthy, very legit. This could be for many different reasons. This could be for not having enough content, is one of them. I see your stats have been slowly going down over the year. The backlinks that you guys have are rated a 14. So what this is saying is that the backlinks that you guys have are pretty good backlinks. But because of this, and because you're only being found for 31 keywords, you're only getting 4 people to your site each and every month. And obviously that's not sustainable. You want more. I'm sure you guys are getting business in other avenues, in other ways, but the internet is such a big way to pull business. So if we come over and take a look at your competitor, we can see they have a UR of a 13, their backlink is a 17, but look at how much traffic they're getting each and every month. They're getting over 350 people to their site, again, every single month. Not to mention, this is one of your competitors. Because if we go back to Google and type in any other services that you guys offer, even in different areas, let alone the same area in Tampa, you'll have completely different competitors. So we want to beat out all your competition and get you on this first page for a bunch of different keywords that you want to be found for. Now, speaking of those keywords, these are the keywords that you guys are being found for right here. You guys have some pretty good buyer intent keywords, but the problem is you're not being found for them because you're on the second and third, fourth page of Google for those keywords. Meaning when somebody types in electrical repair Tampa, you guys are in the 18th position, which is the second page of Google. 1 through 10 is the first page, so on and so forth. So we need to add power to the keywords that we know are going to bring you business. That way you start gaining positions so you can start getting more traffic. Like if we take a look at your competition's keywords, we can see they have the same keywords, but look at the traffic that they're getting from them. There is so much potential in your guys' area. 200 people going to Google each and every month typing electrician Tampa, Florida. 100 people, 100. You can see all of the search volume. So the search volume is there. You guys just aren't being found for it as of right now because you guys aren't being seen by not being on the first page. So that is definitely what our goal is. You know, you see what you guys are currently getting versus what you could be getting just off one competitor alone. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I could go on longer, but I feel like I've taken enough of your guys' time. So once you guys have finished watching this, again, reach out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful at least. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great one. Bye, Joe and John.